Le son, je suis tellement fort par contre. Enfin, je baisse ça rapidement. Désolé pour vos oreilles.
Les dégâts élémentaires de 8%.
Ah, 10%, ça me paraît pas long.
Ouais. Les courtes de attaque.
Je reviendrai plus tard.
Par plus.
À plus.
À vous. Mon attaque plus de recharge d'énergie. Attends, si je fais tac, pareil ici. C'est où que j'avais pu comparer avec les directement. C'était là.
Et moi.
Pareil.
Petite mouette.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you?
Non, c'est faut que je prenne l'autre.
I
Celui-là,
asked you for your
détail
name, but
équipé
sadly you got
rapidement.
no mouth to speak with or hands
Moins
to
101 de
shake
maîtrise
with.
élémentaire, moins 48 d'attaque de base, plus 41,9 de recharge d'énergie.
So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no
Ouais,
longer
c'est
in
pas...
your body's still inside of you.
Bon, je pense
Je vais
que
aller
pour ce stream-là, je vais me mettre en
So,
solo.
if you understand what I'm saying,
Ok.
Vu que c'est plus story centré de...
blink over my
À plus
hand.
tard.
Vas-y, vas-y. À plus tard.
You remember blinking, don't you? That thing you did 30,000. Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius.
Tellement.
Yeah, I knew you were
Pas
special.
du tout. Posé.
See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? Better word than that. Ah, premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? The big scary one?
Ah oui.
That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper, to be judged. I'm gonna present your case, tell her the whole story of your entire life from prow to stern. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the big coin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts.
D'accord, on va faire rigoler là.
Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
C'est pas censé être un chat.
Sorry you had to hear that.
Ah, peut-être un loup, ouais. Peut-être un loup.
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years.
Oh putain, bah, j'arrête de cligner les yeux, c'est compliqué ça.
Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Don't.
Ah putain.
And just
try to enjoy it this time.
Je cligne beaucoup trop des yeux, moi, c'est abusé.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that?
C'est bon, je peux cligner même si... même s'il se passe rien, ça va. Mhm.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Non. Ah, c'était pas une option.
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave. Day really slipped away, didn't it?
Oh shit.
Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
Il y a peut-être l'option de pas passer.
Where's the first page?
Okay.
Ça va être compliqué là si je peux pas cligner des yeux.
Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how we grow.
D'accord, donc si je me cache les yeux, ça fait quand même avancer le temps. Très bien.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you? Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough. Now, where was I?
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
La question à 10 000 €.
I like the music.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah, I worry that might have something to do with it.
Ah. Ce jeu va être compliqué. Hein.
What do you think he's thinking about?
Ah mais c'est le bateau qu'on voit dans les nuages, trop bien.
Probably solving the problems.
Plus de nuages. Plastique.
So, do you think he's going to be smart?
Oh, comment ça nous traite de débile déjà. Oh là là. Pas que j'ai cligné.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right.
Ça ressemblait pas à un bateau,
No,
hein, je suis désolé.
I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
Ah oui. Ouais, bah oui. Oui.
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
Oui, c'est ce que je me suis dit. Bah
You know,
non.
if you keep working at it, one day you'll be able to paint exactly what's in your head. You'll...
Putain, j'ai cligné, mais c'est trop dur. Comment ça faut pas cligner, putain. Van Beethoven. Non, ça doit pas être.
See? That used to be my piano. My
Ouais.
dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much.
Trop compliqué de pas cligner des yeux, putain.
I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the
Fais
high school
cligner.
choir.
Fais cligner.
Never
No,
said anything
no.
though.
Non.
He was what you might call the strong silent type.
Non, mais j'ai pas cligné là, j'ai juste touché mon œil avec mon doigt là.
Ready to see
Remboursé.
something really special?
I just don't want him to get attached.
Voilà, c'est un animal de compagnie ça.
Richard.
What?
Oh,
It's the cutest thing I've
petit
ever
chat.
seen.
Oh.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely.
Ah, m'en fous que tu sois allergique, il est à nous.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Le chat majeur.
There you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it?
J'ai pas vu la différence,
Amazing
hein,
what a
perso.
difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
Ah, ça éternue, hein. Bien joué le
Sounds
chat,
like me and
continue.
your little friend on your piano there.
Mais non, mais c'est frustrant.
She was in grad
Pas pouvoir
school
écouter
studying
plus.
composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Ouais, la Grèce, c'est plus proche.
Well, just remember.
Puis il se
to
passe
put
moins
on
de choses horribles en ce
sunscreen.
moment.
Man, I gave you some unfortunate genes, didn't I? Luckily, Mom gave
Bon,
you
après, je
some
préférais un
good
pays moins
stuff.
chaud,
Yeah, well, let's hope they
moins
balance.
ensoleillé. Ah, est-ce qu'on va pouvoir jouer du grand piano? Ça, c'est dire que la mère est morte, hein. 100%.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant.
J'ai péquiné là. Tante.
Oh God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
C'est oublié de nourrir le chat, honteux. Ça mérite la peine de mort, ça. Je reconnais. Pas du tout. Bon, tu joues avec le chat ou...
Don't worry, I already did.
Ah.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Oh, ça sent la bourre d'arriver, ça.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table.
Oh,
They
le chat a
will
grandi,
literally
là.
be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
Je sais pas, un chat qui renverse une tasse.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Why not?
Non, j'ai cligné trop vite.
This is called a
Remboursé.
metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father
Il y a des gens
once
qui
told
savent pas utiliser un métronome
when I was
ou...
about your age. The only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well. No such luck for me. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
10 ans, ouais, c'est un peu long pour rendre visite. Ouais. Une très gentille fille, ça, dis donc. Un cachot. Je vais répondre au téléphone. Je vais vraiment pour répondre au téléphone. Ok, clignons.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Non, j'ai pas envie.
Subdivide the time. 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e. You're off.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy. Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by how much it changes.
Commencez à vous débarrasser de nous.
Ernie! Buddy!
Ernie!
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
Ito.
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
Thought I was.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know.
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red. Were you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, the Italian is of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah, got those too.
Extremely expensive, right?
No, can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did. And it's stupidly big.
L'adolescence. Non! Je sais pas, putain, dispute. Ah, c'est horrible. Oh, ça va faire une connerie, ça, je reconnais.
I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex, but just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
Bah. Ooh, Halloween. Nice.
Really getting there, honey? Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I've been listening to him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
Elle est à la suite, là. Non? Bon.
Okay. 2 brackets on each side. 2 screws on each bracket. 2
Ça a changé,
washers on
là-bas.
each screw. So that means we need 8 washers. We have
Bon, allez,
Chris said
je vois que tu
find
galères.
zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing.
Ouais, je sais, je suis pas bon. Allez.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
Quoi? C'est honteux.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
Ah oui, c'est bien triste.
This isn't my house. It's not my house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down, or I'll drive it back and you up there.
Ah!
My
Acte.
house. Not.
C'est un corbeau?
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Chloe, come play inside. It's late.
Maybe if you actually got me a playscape, I'd want to play inside.
That's not fair.
C'est pas faux.
You're not fair. You're not fair. You're not fair. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here. Yes, Mr. Camera Boy, I'm talking to you.
Non, n'y va pas, c'est un piège, arrête! Arrête! Recule!
Why are you always out here taking photos? You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Mhm.
Chloe!
Quiet, everyone. Benny's about to play for us.
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Je voulais pas cligner, putain.
My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up in
Hey, you.
units. In each unit,
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
we'll be learning everything you need to know about these civilizations. Well, if you ask me, Egyptologists come. This
Quoi?
quote,
Don't even look
I
at me.
want each of you to
Ah, la
write down,
connasse!
not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space. Okay, now I will go on to the next slide.
Ouais, j'ai un peu écrit au milieu de la page.
Tell
Je
me,
peux le dire.
what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you?
Ouais, je suis sympa.
So
Milton,
those
c'est toi.
who do not remember the
Si
past,
seulement.
repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I
Ouais, de rien, Chloé, ouais. Ouais, ça se payera.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself. The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Trop bien. Lobstar, Clam Dunk. Sympa. C'est tout? Ah, avec la Playscape, je vais pouvoir inviter Chloé. Je vois. C'est donc ça l'histoire.
I didn't realize you guys have become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class.
Ouais, t'as pas voulu que je te parle en histoire. Saleté. Ça se payera, je te le dis, ça se payera.
Thank you for playing his game with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail. Okay, shut up. I really want this one. Maybe I'll use Tickle Stick.
Tiens.
Whoa, that's a pretty good drawing. You should draw pictures of more different stuff. Not me, though.
Ah
I'll
ouais.
actually kill you if you try to draw me, and you saw what I'm capable of in your backyard. Benny, why did you draw me? You're not good enough.
Ouais, c'est
I
ça.
look so ugly.
Et justement, c'est ce que tu es. Ah. Revenge. C'est tout?
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burton. I know the change can be scary, but I just...
So what do you
J'ai trop
think,
d'illusions.
Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Alors?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try, and we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion, just this once. I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Allons?
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
Joystick? Moi je réponds. Bah. Moi je peux pas répondre.
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
Ah bah toujours. Hein. Non, j'ai pas le temps d'écouter. Compliqué ce jeu, purée.
in the presence of my art,
Pas trop compliqué de
who
pas
you
clignoter surtout.
remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under
Hey,
the scale?
Mr.
That
Kid.
is Amamet.
Over here.
He's got, and yes,
Look at it.
that's a she, the head of a crocodile, fur of a lion, see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased who do not pass judgment. Sort of like me with
Ça va mal
these
s'unir.
quizzes.
Papy.
Ew,
I am not
why is
quite
he
sure
so
why I
scared
don't hear more
looking?
frantic
Okay,
scribbling
I'll
right
call
now.
you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Slightly worried about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children. But I,
Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
huh. No, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please.
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Bullshit. Écoute pas.
Tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley and
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game.
Ah bah
But
d'accord.
I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like my favorite bed.
Non! C'est
Probably didn't
honteux!
sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you?
Oh putain, la
It's
mère
okay, you
chiante.
still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious.
Elle a pas de conneries à raconter, la mère.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
Ils sont que deux. Hein.
Oh, okay, okay. I think that's enough.
Il y avait une scène en fait, c'est ça?
So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you, okay? All right. I really want to thank you and your mother for coming all the way out here. I know it was quite the drive.
La mère va pas être contente.
Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
Hmm.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
Oh, comment ça assume qu'on va devenir un vilain dans le futur, quoi. C'est honteux. Passons à la suite.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
Mais c'est long, 5 minutes. Si je dois plus l'utiliser pendant 5 minutes, voilà, trop tard.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, look, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he...
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Super. Et je juge, c'est pas productif peut-être. C'est honteux. Encore le bateau. Oh là là. Allez, dessine le bateau, voilà. Je peux monter.
Why isn't your son eating with us, Al?
No.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
Premier prix, pas mal. Pour un bateau. Pardon. Un diéture. Pour une école d'art. J'aime beaucoup l'idée. Allez, validé.
You are not here to learn to be painters.
Quoi? Je sais pourquoi là.
You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you,
Ah oui, c'est un crâne.
it's a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies.
Bah, je veux bien, mais j'ai pas le droit de dessiner plus, alors c'est honteux. On va le mettre là-bas, hein.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists. There you go, Mr. Brin. Feel each shape.
C'est le nouveau Picasso, c'est ça?
I want you all to take a long look
C'était mieux avant.
at what Mr. Brin has done here.
Un peu comme Pokémon. Quoi?
You see,
Pas du tout.
he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
Je suis sûr à l'école primaire ils font mieux, mais bon, on va rien dire.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
Oh, wow. Ah.
I know that
D'accord.
gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Allez, on va masquer tout le reste avec ça, c'est parti. Autre chose à dessiner là? Benjamin! Ah merde, j'ai cligné.
Don't worry, you're not selling your soul.
Quoi? T'as vu ce que t'essaies de vendre derrière toi? Et si je vends pas mon âme, je vends quoi là? Parce que ça ressemble à rien. C'est quoi ce... Météorite? Mais je sais même pas de quoi il parle le contrat.
Well, look at that. You've crumpled my contract.
Ah bon?
To being a difficult artist, the best of us are.
Toujours.
Ah, this is divine. So, now that you've grown your wings...
Non! C'est trop dur de pas cligner, putain.
Please stop. Is that a...
I think it is.
Four places.
Bonjour, je voudrais cacher le tas de trucs qui veulent rien dire là-bas. Non? Tant pis.
I bet you're happy you threw that contract in her face now. You didn't sell out, and you still got rich. Oh, but listen to me, Benjamin. Now is the single most important moment in your entire career. Collectors, curators, how we all love around.
Mais je veux jamais avoir l'histoire en fait, si je cligne des yeux, c'est horrible.
Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment in your career, and I'm just so proud of you. It's nothing but a little bump in the road for me. I'm going to be fine. Okay? So don't
Je veux l'option de rappeler. Rappel. Rappel. Tant pis.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe was the single thing in the world
Ah là
my
là.
wife was most proud of.
C'est évident. Ah.
Go on, B. Say something.
Before. Non, on va pas le dire.
What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Tic. Tac. J'ai pas une option parler. D'accord.
Hey, you. As you know, I talk to big, very important people every day. And there's one thing that everybody is asking me. What's going on with Benjamin Brin? And what am I supposed to say? That I haven't heard from my star pupil in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous.
Before brocoli. Tellement.
You are a snake. You are a fraud. But worst of all, Benjamin, you are a little tease. I have told the world that Benjamin Brin...
Oui, c'était pas important.
Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
No.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. By the way, she didn't want you to see her like that. She just wanted...
D'accord.
Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see...
C'est frustrant d'être obligé de passer parce que tu clignes des yeux et d'être obligé de cligner des yeux parce que ça te fait mal. De plus cligner.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor.
Encore vivante elle?
My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again.
Unbelievable.
I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius.
Bah ouais, si t'avais pas geeké au lieu de le regarder, hein?
I always heard her playing piano from next
Ouais.
door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something? I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
What the...
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck.
Tellement.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack.
Ah, il avait pas une chemise jaune, lui.
Nothing's dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right.
Ouais. On va oublier,
Here we
ouais.
go.
Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man.
Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town.
Hmm.
And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant.
How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your...
Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love?
Voilà.
Now, be honest here. Don't
T'as
be
vu ce que ça se
bashful.
passe à la fin, hein?
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his best friend and blowing it the next day. Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right?
C'est
See,
pas faux.
when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy.
Mais avant Star, les mecs.
Turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece.
Contre le bruit des lunettes, là.
You scumballs! You mucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying.
C'est ça, c'est le mode de Nemo. À moi, à moi.
I'd assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that,
J'avais
they're
plus ou moins
never
deviné.
allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one.
Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that? Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Oh, what the f... Ah, ils montent tout le bassin. What the fuck? Ils sont fous, eux. Laisse-moi l'ordre de juste porter le bateau, là.
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth.
D'accord.
Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel... You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age...
This. Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
Non! Je voulais pas
Keep your
cligner.
eyes open. I need to see.
Oui, mais c'est trop long, putain. C'est horrible. C'est de la torture, je vous dis, de la torture. Remboursé. En fait, c'est le jeu qui t'apprend à ne pas cligner les yeux. Quoi.
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
Oh.
I
Oh, what is
see.
it?
She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's move.
1 E and a 2 E and a... eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to... Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
Ah, voilà. Autre moment où j'ai passé. Enfin, j'ai dû passer. Ne pas cligner, ne pas cligner, ne pas cligner, ne pas cligner. Oh putain. Elle s'est débarrassée des petits chats. Oh non. Ah non, c'est le coyote qui a bouffé les chats. Ah là là là. Bye. Les coyotes, putain.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work. To make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
C'est plus facile là. C'est un bug ou...
I like hanging out with you a lot. Which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we
Tellement.
don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year. In a
Ah,
lot
c'était
of
stay
ways.
here. Ah.
I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
I'm not worried.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep linking.
Ah, mais là on va en apprendre plus.
Make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
Non, j'ai pas réussi. Putain.
Let's try this again.
Staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer?
Keep your eyes open.
Crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Yeah, but look, I mean, having him home for a little means I can spend more time with him. You know? We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can we please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
I need to hear what
I
they're
mean,
saying.
what's the point?
Really try to
What do you
recall
mean?
it.
What's the point? What does that mean?
Attends.
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
Endormi mes fesses, oui.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs.
Mhm.
You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise.
Merci d'avoir suivi. Night
You know
6.
what to do.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
C'était pas le plus important. D'accord.
Try writing with it.
C'est nouveau ça.
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
Mhm.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. The story of who...
Mince, non, elle parlait encore. Ah, c'est qui s'est inventé l'histoire de sa vie.
This is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his best friend and blowing it the next day. Best friend? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night, but I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He'd loved finger painting as a child.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so
Il
annoyed
tue plus de
with
porte, son
me,
truc.
but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night.
Ah bah vraiment, ça
I
spoil les
promised
enfants.
myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. I can't.
Just go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, you know, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, I'm certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is...
Non, je veux pas cligner. Ah! Pas revenir en arrière là. Ça va pas plaire aux parents. Ah d'accord. Ça c'est le virus, ok. Ça va attaquer, attention.
Penny! Ben! Oh God, can you hear me? Richard! Richard, get up!
I'm up. What's going on?
I think he's unconscious. Call the paramedics now.
Okay, I'm doing it.
I'm just gonna wait here, okay? I'm gonna hold your hand. You feel that? That's me. That's your mom. That's Mama. It's right up here with you.
Un peu peur là, non? Ah, c'est mieux.
Try closing your eyes.
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Mais non, mais j'ai pas cligné, mais... Remboursé.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too.
D'accord.
Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me.
Hey, Benny, buddy, did you just throw something? Kinda sounded like you threw your cell phone at the wall.
Non, c'est pas vrai.
No, your mom's not mad at you. She's just... Well,
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected. And she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here. And I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano. And just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again.
Quoi? Sérieux?
Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Vraiment, il demande ça à quelqu'un de malade, lui?
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Laisse-moi jouer!
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Non, je voulais pas passer. Putain, quelle erreur. C'est frustrant. Oh, le pauvre chat. Oh.
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
Ouais, tu l'as foutu dehors à crever avec les culottes.
Oh,
On sait que c'est toi. Ah oui, d'accord, c'est de plus en plus les mêmes exemples.
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Appelle-la toi-même, putain.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
Bah sympa ça, dis donc.
You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But... Hey! What are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you.
M'en fous, j'écoute pas. Je vais y arriver.
I want to give you something. But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
J'ai rouvert, je m'en fous, je veux voir. Ah bah super! Elle a pris tout, elle attend que je sois en train de crever pour faire ça elle. Oh, putain, la souris est devenue hyper insensible, what the fuck.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Et il a même plus la force de prendre les cachets quoi. Non, je voulais écouter, j'avais pas vu. Ah putain. Ouais, là c'est la fin là.
I can't breathe.
I know.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
You have to do something. Richard, I can't breathe.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
Mhm. Petite pause, je reviens tout de suite. Voilà, je suis de retour. Reprenons. Désolé pour l'attente. Euh... Ouais.
Wish me luck.
Ouais. Ouais.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about
Aw.
is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much.
Okay.
So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father.
In a small town
Oh.
by the sea.
Ah oui, d'accord.
His mother was a composer, or
At least that's what she dreamed.
so when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then,
When he was just 11 years old, he got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire year.
and in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy and promise.
How he met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again.
And how, even when he was sick,
He still gave his parents hope.
how he reminded them exactly who they were after they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
Eh ben, c'était très sympa. Une très belle expérience visuelle et auditive.
Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the same way I do. I'm gonna say I love you before you say I'm gone. When that chance comes through, I'm gonna prove you wrong. In a market, in a desert, you'll remember why you came here. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, gripped tight to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not. You wanna make some money, give a kid to dad when he has somebody. You're gonna feel the same, and without him, you'll be thinking. He'll have pictures in his wallet. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, ripped tied to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping. You left some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not.
Eh ben, un peu long comme crédit, mais la musique est splendide. Je vous laisse apprécier. Je me demande si la rejouabilité sera intéressante. Bon, eh bien, merci d'avoir suivi cette histoire avec moi. Je reviendrai peut-être plus tard pour un autre stream, soit sur God Eater, soit sur Spiritfarer. Je vous souhaite à tous un bon après-midi, bonne fin d'après-midi en tout cas, et à très bientôt.